Your Excellency, Deputy President, it was necessary for these leaders to have an opportunity kurudisha shukrani. They all went through a grueling political battle, and since possibly this is their first times in forums like this, it was necessary to spend that little time, and thank you for your patience. I'll be very fast. Your Excellency, once more we are happy that this very important international day, the World Food Day, is celebrated here in Kajiado. I want to thank the committee, the national committee that chose this venue. And I want to take this opportunity, nataka ni muombe mwenye shamba hii. I want Your Excellency to appreciate the person who gave us this space. Wapi ule baba alitupatia nafasi? Korolo benye le shamba, Lazaro Lesunde. Family iliyotupatia hii nafasi inaitwa familia ya Sunde. Najua labda mzee ako huko ndani. Kwa niaba yako niruhusu nimshukuru. Nataka kumshukuru kwa kuturuhusu tuchukue nafasi kwa shamba yake bila kutulipisha tuweze kufanya hafla hii. As we mark this day, I also want to add my voice that we are at a critical time globally because of the problem occasioned by climate change, the recent ravages of COVID-19 pandemic that has caused severe food shortages across the globe, including Kenya. In Kajiado here, Your Excellency, we are dealing with food insecurity on two fronts. One, we have a problem of drought where many families are going through a difficult situation without food to fend for themselves. Both in rural Kajiado and in urban Kajiado, where we have many families in informal settlements that are unable to fend for their families. But also, when you listen to the leaders speaking here, you can hear the intonation that the direction they are going is also about livestock feeds. For we, the Ma Nation, we give livestock priority, sometimes than our family. So we are having a two-pronged problem here. And Your Excellency, let me bring you to speed that World Food Program, Food Agricultural Organization, FAO, of course with the support of many other partners, have been providing animal livestock pellets and also money transfer for some families. And I want to take this opportunity to thank them. I thank you, the UN family, for the support you continue to give. Your Excellency, this climate change is real. You have seen from Nairobi to here, except in small arable areas where irrigation is done, everywhere is dry. Despite the efforts of the national government, the county government, the many players, out of their families, necessitating an increase in food allocation to Kajiado, which is one of the top 10 most affected counties by this drought. And so, Your Excellency, I want to just bring that highlight that the people here know if they lose livestock, they have no future. And hence, as we work on this issue of food for people, we also work about the food for livestock. Number two, Your Excellency, allow me to bring you to speed. You have been weekly calling governors, sometimes the 29 counties, in other times only the 10 most affected counties. 12 days ago, you directed that we form county coordinating groups chaired by the governors at their counties together with the county commissioners, which will be cascaded down to the location where we have our chiefs and village administrators. I want to let you know that Kajiado, we have completed that process. We have completed that process, and that is the team that is now receiving food and coordinating food across the county. I want also to let you know that the mechanism of bringing everybody under one roof, the national government, the county government, the humanitarian agencies, is working very well here in Kajiado, Your Excellency. And so we already see we are on first names with these players here because we've been working together. We know one another very closely, thanks to that directive. That directive has brought order in the country, because previously there used to be the national government there, the county government in another place, the players in other place. Now, because of that directive that we are serving the same people, we are now working as a family and working harmoniously, and that is something that is commendable. We congratulate you, and we want to say the food is being given out in a fair way. I want to add the voice that more help is needed for the sake of our partners, but I also want to congratulate the many people who have their stands here for the knowledge, for the information, and even for availing needed seeds or knowledge to these people. Kajiado County is an interesting county. Here in Rombo, there is a lot of water. In fact, it is the order that is the problem. It is the tapping of the water that is the problem. A few people have sat on water sources. We'll ask them to politely move to keep water sources for everybody and for the entire populace. But hardly 10 kilometers from here, you'll find a desert place for another 400 kilometers to Magadi. But up north, bordering Nairobi, we have another face of Kajiado. All these faces of Kajiado make Kajiado a unique county that requires a special consideration, a special look to make sure that things are flowing in a way that accommodates all those kinds of players. And so for Kajiado, we are happy because we become the second very high-profile guest we are hosting today. Just a week ago, Your Excellency, we hosted the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations here in Kajiado, where she came to assess the drought situation, Madam Amina Jane Mohammed. And so we are happy that we continue to receive this kind of publicity and awareness, and ask other players to come in and support this situation. Finally, this conversation is not complete bila kuongea siasa kidogo. Hawa wananchi wengi wamekuja kusikia vile maneno inaendelea. Nataka kwanza kuwashukuru watu wa Kajiado kwa kunipatia nafasi ya kuwa gavana mara ya pili. Jamani, na washukuru sana. I want to thank you. Lama sailangaja shikingila gelo. Ngamumu anashai? Itishibate. Your Excellency, with the teams here, the women rep and the senator were actually my staff. Ndio nilikuwa namuita senator waziri because alikuwa waziri wangu. 4 of the MCAs were my staff. And so I am a very proud governor today to see that I'm preparing future leaders for this county, and that through the works of my hands, many have been blessed. As I thank these people for electing me, Your Excellency, I want to congratulate you. Najua huko juu mlitunyoa kidogo, mimi nikawaangalia nyinyi hapa nafasi ya governor. Lakini what these people are interested now ni kazi. That is why we are here. And so we are happy that you came to our county today, and we want to commit that the promises we gave these people that will work for them, we will serve them equally without discrimination. Our business is going to be kazi, kazi tu. You know, Magufuli is our neighbor, Your Excellency. He used to say, hapa kazi tu. Kajiado hapa ni kazi tu. Hatuna maneno mingi. Na watu wetu, serikali kuu ndio hii wamekuja hapa. Hii ni ishara njema kwamba wameanza kwetu leo, na tunawahakikishia Your Excellency kwamba watu wa Kajiado, kabila 44 za Kenya, wanaishi kama ndugu na dada. Na kazi yangu kama governor ni kuunganisha watu. I ran on a basis of uniting Kajiado. That is the basis on which I ran for my governorship. And so I want to reiterate that my commitment of uniting Kajiado stands solid. It was the first foundation of my first term. I want to deepen it in this second term, and I want to commit that Your Excellency will work together for the good of these people. And I want to thank you for showing such goodwill to the Council of Governors, where you are the one coordinating on behalf of the national government. The Council of Governors is very, very happy that you are bringing all of us together. Our working with our county commissioners, our DCCs, our assistant commissioners, and all that. can never be this better. It is in very good ground because of your directive, because of your instructions, and because of the leadership you provided. Na kwa hivyo wana Kajiado, leo tumeweka siasa chini kidogo kwa sababu kazi yetu ni kuhudumia nyinyi, na mimi naomba mchukue nafasi kupata mafunzo haya, na tuko na mipango pia za kudumu. Your Excellency, allow me to touch a bit on the long-term plans. While we are asking for relief food now and some support, it may be interesting for you to know that we are thinking about long-term as well. As a county, we pass a law, Water Rain Harvesting Authority Act, and we are setting an authority for the same. It is going to be mandatory in Kajiado in the future to make sure that any development plan approvals ziko na mpango ya kuchukua maji ya mvua. Na hiyo tunataka kila familia ikuwe na kashamba hapo karibu, ili kuhakikisha kwamba hata kwa maboma zetu tunatengeneza chakula. We pass a law on Agricultural Mechanization Act, kujaribu kuelekeza watu watumie njia za kisasa kufanya mambo kilimo. Tunajua vijana wetu wameachana na mambo ya kilimo kwa sababu inakaa chafu, haikai poa, inakaa ngumu, lakini kwa sababu ya hiyo mpango ya kupeleta teknolojia katika agriculture, tunataka kuomba vijana wetu wakuje ndani ya agriculture, kwa sababu agriculture ni biashara kubwa na ni biashara poa. Na kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, thank you for this moment. I want now to request your permission to ask our CS Kobia to come and introduce her colleague and invite you to address this gathering. Wapendwa, asanteni sana. Mmefurahi kuwa na naibu rais? Hebu mnionyeshe mmefurahi kuwa na naibu rais. Tumpigie makofi kwa kuja Loitoktok. Haya, karibu sana Mheshimiwa naibu rais. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
I have my deputy seated here, Your Excellency. Oh my God. You know, I asked him to come here, I didn't come. DG, kuja. This is a very tall man and very young man. You know, sasa atasema dakika moja tu.